Here it comes. Live from the Bob Barker studio in CBS in Hollywood. Or something like that. Live from the Proctors Theater in Schenectady, New York. It's the Price is Right Live. Yeah. Eve. I have time to come on down, everybody. I know. Here's your host of the show. It's me. Well, EJ. Thank you, everybody. Hey, thank you. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to another live stream. I'm here. It's great to see you all. Well, how's everything going? And well, as many of you or whoever was not aware, er, 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 is now time to start what happened a year ago. As you can see what I'm wearing. Anyways, this is where I went to. So, I went to Proctors to see the Price is Right live. Yep. Well, it's boy. There's a lot to see. Oh, I thought I'd choose classic. Anyways, I'd be thinking, what's it like to be on a game show? Well, or so how did you get to be into Proctors to see the Price is Right live? Well, it all started a year ago in 2023. My grandmother, my grandfather, and my father got me this nice shirt. And where we went to. Well, excuse me a second. And I'll be right with you. I gotta clean. Everything's looking like a parlor. All right. Anyways, so we got into this box. We went to Proctor's first to see it live. Might be so. Oh, so you're probably thinking, did you go by yourself? No. Oh, I had my mother come along with me. So anyway, so when we got to Proctors, what did we do? What do you have to do when you're there? Well, here's what you have to do. You have to, if you want to be a contestant, and here, and you have to have the registration permit. And you got a snapshot. When they draw your name, they draw your name. The second thing they do, the next thing you do, is you go up to the signing to have your name signed. And, and, and they put it on the little price name tag like this. This. See? Got in this bag right here. And then before we went in and before we went in, we had to wait in line and wait for the doors to open. And there was so much to do. So, the main reason why I went there is to mainly just have a good time. And did I have a good time? Yes, I did. And one thing I don't know. Oh, it is what do you expect to do when you're at there to see it live? Well, you well, before you get there, you have to when the doors. Yeah, I'm getting mixed up. My apologies, everybody. When you get there, when you get to the in line, you have to wait right there in between. You have to go right behind the person, right where they are in them, and then whoever opens the door and says, "Come on down," it's time to go, and then what you have to do, other thing you have to do, is check the people, one of the workers. And you have to tell them which row you're at, or two. Then you have to sit. Let's see. Yep. You know something? I've been thinking about all this. I'm thinking of a refrigerator freezer, or I think the original price was $50. I was thinking like $250 or $100. The lights of the background colors of the Price is Right live if we're changing. And there was a Bears row where the announcer, Mr. whoever, I forgot his name, he calls the contestants to come on down. And I was afraid if I got called on down and do one bid, I would get wiped out. But man, I'm just glad I didn't get called to come on down. because the main part of the game is having a good time being an audience member. Or, or you have some, um, uh, it's gonna be in my head. Um, let's try. Let's see. Oh, we danced. Had wait until it started, and then it was showtime. But first, this guy came out. I mean, how long have we seen it? I've seen it a lot, many times. It's my favorite game show. Oh, oh. So, so before you knew it, it was time to start the live show. Wait. So, and now, the real. There was a guy. You know this guy who was the host of Family Game Night and Whammy, the all new Pressure Lock? Well, he was the host of it. That was Todd Newton. And and boy, let me tell you, yeah, all the fun and cheering, excitement, and, and, and there was. Let me tell you something. And let me tell you, we had a blast. We had fun. I'm having a good time. And well, now the Bears Row had to start. So the first woman, this woman named Valerie, she gets to go. She was the first one who was closest to the actual retail price without going over. Or, or you have. Or, that's what you have to do in Bears Row. Oh, and you get to come. First game was Punch a Bunch. So it's one of those games where you have to for anyone who has not seen the show or any of these games, I'll tell you about Punch a Bunch first. The Punch a Bunch game was one of my. It's like one of those. Like you have to guess four. No, that's not it. Anyways, you have to think whether the prices of these prizes, four of them, are either higher or lower. Or if you go higher, it's higher, and if it's lower, it's lower. Or then you have to get something else you have to do. Once you get all four, or you get those paper punch holes, those you like this, like that. That, that, just like that. That, right. Right. Anyways, well, what she did at the end, I think she got $500. I think that's what it was. Anyway, hey, I'm saying you can't win all. You can't win big, but you could try. Hey, so anyways, moving on. Four more contestants came up next. The second person was a man named Jim. Um, 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 he got up, and it was his wife's birthday that day too. Now, this one is probably one of my. This is probably one of my favorite games. It's not technically number one overall, but it is still a classic no matter what. If you don't, uh, if you don't know this game, there's this. I'm gonna show you. Oh, I bet you could see that game, what game, and they were playing that. I was cheering like crazy what they were playing. Yeah, it appeared in 1976, which was the only 76 season that Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood had 5 episodes. There's one more. And being like higher, there is one thing, one very one note what had a lot of people do. This guy Walter do one thing. It had him go. It had him go yodeling. And ready? That's right. He played Cliff. See, that was my favorite. Yeah, as a fan favorite of that game, it is not necessary for me to play the game because it's to me it's not necessary. Right. So what I figured, what I like to do, is watch them and, and root for them. Um, yeah, keep. You want to get all 3 right, but there are times when playing cliffhangers, if you're wrong, well, oh wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Wait a second, I'm getting ahead of myself. What am I doing? When the hell am I doing? Oops. And oh yeah, you have to bid three bids on 3 items. There's three of them. You have to be close within the actual retail price of each item. If you're right. If you're wrong, you're gonna do one thing. And if you're wrong, you're gonna see that climber, Mr. Hans, move up 1 step, and there's 25 steps on that mountain, and you want to and there you do want to see him move up as far as we can. I might be thinking, what is the one thing that we do not want to see him do? Oh, well, there is an answer. Fall over the cliff. Yeah, we do not want him to go over. No. Oh, because that just screws everything up. You'll lose. So what I want him to do, and his wife, to win in a trip to Hawaii. I got a little. I was so good at helping, and at the like here. So if you can and win the game, not be by more than a total of $25, you would win. And yeah, I not want to play. Yeah, I'm as a right. I don't want to play that. I didn't want to play that. I don't feel like it. No, but you know what the good thing was? Him and his wife won the trip to Hawaii. He, at the end, and then what we would, if you go there to your local theaters and see it live, if you'll probably get to see them play that game. Maybe there could be something different besides Hawaii. Maybe like Dublin, and or maybe a refrigerator, or full for a year thing. One of these things for a year, or something like that. And, something like that. And then we had a little of history. Showcase before Showcase Showdown, on we had like a visual over or some or something, and or something like a history of the original Price is Right host, Bob Barker. Bob was such an amazing guy. He, he, he started from 72 to 2007 when he retired. Uh, sad as in August 2023, he sadly died. It was so close to the big 100. Boy, I don't know what to say about. I better not get into that. And then it was time for the Showcase Showdown, where you have to spin the wheel to be within, be not go over $1. So you have three. You got these three people. You have to spin the wheel. All right, and then you have to like have to do some. I'm very to do something else. If you if your opponent is close, you have to get. If you beat your opponent, it's over. Or it can either keep spinning or stay. You stay. You do that. at. But anyway, he's, he's we were we saw him on this guy named Steven, and why he and we were really cheering for that guy. Like, oh, he was such a great have a contestant. He's probably a long-time Price is Right fan too. So, anyways, after the showdown was done, there was some intermission. And, and, and then, after the intermission, it was back on. And, and, and then, more contestants coming on down. Then, and it was like this one of them was like a Nintendo package of some sorts, or it's because it had like a Switch and all that stuff. I could make my own Nintendo Switch package. And just like, like, how do I do that? Do I need more? Anyways, this guy won it. There's something he did, and he was singing in, and we all enjoyed his singing, and I had to admit that was pure random singing. And then we had a game called Checkout, which it's this game you have to be in within between of the actual target price. You have 5 grocery items, and items, and you have to be in have to make a bid. Think hard. You gotta think real hard of what you have to do. What what what's called? And once you get all 5 bid and round it up to the price. Well, the actual prices of these 5, unfortunately, they did not do good. And did he win something? Unfortunately, no. That's oh man, damn, that sucks. But moving on. But we're moving on. The final 4 or came on down. And then after one person had to play my Nan's favorite game, Plinko, for a chance to win up to $2,500. And before even did that, the bell went off. There was an audience win along because never actually knew what an audience win along was about until and 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 the so what that person did, she got within total of $800, over somewhere over 800 or 500 or something. Then maybe somewhere between there. Hard telling. And then it was time for the showcase showdown again, which same rules, but with 3 different ones. And then once the showcase showdown was done on the second time, before or the moment, and really has come alive, has arrived, went to the showcase round. And, 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 and if you think to see how they do, get ready because this one, get ready to see it all. There was the screen TV in that on that blue door area. Or it looked like I saw an episode of The Price is Right at closing credits. That's where the scrolling credits go up and up, so up and up, so something like that. But anyways, there was one very important thing that anyone would like to do to be on The Price is Right, to win something. And that's to win a car. And that is is we had to give them these 2 fellas time to draw out or write out the price of the showcase. Boy. And after that, oh boy, after we were wondering how they all did. If you think they did well, think that was it. They both won something. Well, get ready for it, because the actual retail price had to come out. So it was like over some, and I want you, unfortunately, trust me, this is something you don't want to do in a showcase round. You and your opponent don't want to do this, okay? Believe me. Get ready. It's those two they were both over the actual retail price. Listen, when that happened, I was like, "Are you serious?" was like, are you serious? They were both over? Oh, that stink. Oh man, that stinks. Stinks too. But they did their best. They tried I to be close, not be over. So all you gotta do is just be a little yeah, that's all you just gotta do is do your best. That's all and see if you win or not. That's all you gotta do. And I kind of feel bad for those two that were over. For that was hard. That was horrible. But other than that, I had a really fun time. I really wanted to give Todd Newton wanted to give that trip away. So he couldn't do that. Wasn't sure what was going on. You think everyone was gonna do that? No. Oh, what he did, he had to give actually one of them. Um. So, well, let's. So there was this one, and he said this woman's name. I mean, where is she? So I turn around and that's you. Like, oh, that's you. I was like, that's you. Go get him. Go get your prize. He's, and then that was the end of the show, of the live show of The Price is Right live at Proctors on April 4th, 2024. Boy, let me tell you, let's do these people really, let me tell you, a lot. All right. Oh, well, let me tell you guys something about. Boy, I tell you, these people really worked hard to get it onto the show, get up on stage, all that. Oh, well, I guess I say, hey, before I end this live stream, that gives me an idea. Yeah, how would you all like to be be on a game show live? Well, that's easy. All you gotta do is get tickets. You could, you have to sign up registration, sign your name, and wait. Once random names are drawn, they're drawn. If you do a good job, uh, if you get called that says your name, you get your chance. That's to win something, and maybe you could even help the players. Here's win something like as an maybe you could do that as an audience member like me. Well, I guess that's it. And that is the end. And remember, forget to take care of your mental health. Spread love to whoever. And remember what Bob Harker tells you. Don't forget to get the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered, and that's that's all he says. And now I have to go. Oh, I'll see you later. Later.